guys, what's up? I hope you can hear me because I'm having a bad sore throat, so I might lose a little bit of my voice and everything. But don't worry, it's gonna be okay for me. Yeah, it's gonna be okay. Okay. This video it's gonna be about life. Something that I want to talk about. Something that people need to hear this. Okay. I don't mean to offend anyone, but this is my point of view. Okay, this is my point of view. I'm not harming anyone. I come in peace. Okay, I come in peace. So anyway, I actually encounter a lot of people who's been asking me like, how can I be so happy when I'm not? Okay, the first thing when you want to be a happy person, you kind of need to adjust yourself. What do you mean by adjusting yourself? First, you adjust with your companies that you mix with. Wait, mini music's too loud. First, you kind of need to adjust with the people that you mix with. Maybe you don't like the companies that you mix with. Just try to adjust yourself. And there's another thing that I actually encountered today was people ask me like, how can you act when there's a problem? How can you act happy when there's a problem? Okay, my secret would be, it's an experience that when you encounter too many times, you kind of know how to deal with it. And basically for me, I have gone through a lot of things, a lot of hell at work, life, my journey with God and everything. I kind of see the difference in it, where like last time I was like I was a bitch, a mean person. I had no heart to help people. Like if I see a homeless people sitting there, I was suit yourself. I mean, if you want to say that way, let's be it, but now I don't do that anymore. I mean, not just now, I've been like for 3 years I haven't been doing something like that anymore. I was like basically standing strong for them, because I know maybe because they don't have hands or legs, or they're even handicapped, they just can't go to work. And I understand that, and that's why I came up with a thing in my heart that I'm just gonna help whatever people that I could help. So that's basically me. And people ask like, how do you deal with something hard and you can too small? Okay, my thing is, I'm always on motivation quotes. I'm always on motivation, inspiring quotes, God quotes, maybe when people tell you something, advise you, you take it as like a motivation thing. I'm not sure about you, but this is how I deal with it. So I'm just like sharing it for you, sharing it to you guys. So no offense in anything, because every one of us actually go through with a different kind of thing. We don't go through the same thing and experience the same thing. We might go through the same thing and experience the same thing in a different perspective. So for me, I basically went through kind of like a really, really hard time. But now I'm perfectly fine. Because of God's mercy. I became a stronger person. Like today, I went on scout because I'm a person that always go on scout, but I don't actually meet people up. But I just go there to just look see and stuff like that. And I'll try to bring people who is very emotional there. Like they always post status like, why don't someone come talk to me, and like stuff like that. So I basically look at it as like, I don't sympathize them, because they bring themselves down. First, in the world that you bring yourself down, it means that you're not happy with what you have. And basically for me, I just wouldn't buy that. So I would actually go for someone who's very enthusiasm, someone who's very open, someone who's very energetic. I wouldn't go to someone that's so like slouch and everything, then when you're on between your company and stuff like that, you kind of be like slouchy and everything. So one thing is always your company that actually makes you a better person. If you're in a deep shit company, or companies that your friends and everything, then you'll be one of them. So if you want to work your life out, never be one of them. Never, because you're gonna die. So don't do that. Okay, and there's another thing that I would want to share from my experience. Okay, the reason how I actually got really strong with myself is because of the experiences that I went through. Like, I wouldn't say, because it's kind of private and confidential. So like last week I got into a lot of shit, a lot of freaking rumors around this workplace. Wouldn't say where I work, but went through a lot of things, and I was a person who just couldn't deal with it, because I know my mistake was like, does not make freaking sense in my head. And second of all, it was not my problem that people actually dig something up from Google and show it to someone and stuff like that. That basically was something like really helpful for me, because like, how can you dig something out from my life that I wrote somewhere? I mean, I would say it's stupid. It's really stupid, and I got myself to hell a lot of problems. I can't deal with it. Like last whole week, I was broken down to pieces. I nearly gave up on my work. I was really upset with what happened. When I go to work, I just don't want anything like troubles that I go through, and I get blacklisted, warning letters. I don't like any of that. So when I go work anywhere or something like that, I never want to create something bad, because then people will always think that you're a bad person. So never. That's one thing I never like to do when I go to work anywhere. I always make a good impression of myself, like who I am now and who I am outside, and who I am at work is still the same thing. Never make something that I look like a mask, where I have to carry myself with a mask, like showing who I really am out there, and when I'm coming home, I'm not that really angel kind of person. So after going through that, I gave up. Like literally, I was 98% off the cliff. I can just, if someone just pushed me, I would just fall down and just go like that. So there's one friend of mine who works together with me. She's a mother. She called me on Friday evening, telling me, like, was it Friday? I can't remember. Was it Friday? But I think it was Friday, if I'm not mistaken, not Saturday. I can't remember. But she called me, and she actually told me what the whole situation will be like that if you quit. And then at the time, I was like thinking, I was listening to whatever she told me. It was not bother word, nor it was like something that was just hitting on me. No, it was something that I needed to hear, because I was so down that I would just smash. When someone just pressed me, I would just go. So anyway, I can't be that person, because I'm not the person who just give up like that. Even though if I know that I've done something wrong. Okay, one thing about me is, if I have done something wrong, I would say I'm sorry, because the word I'm sorry is not that hard to say. But if I didn't do anything wrong and people say that I did something wrong, that sorry is very hard, very, very hard, that it will just come out from me. It won't come out. Unless if I want to, then it will come out. But if I don't want, or stubborn people, they're always this way. So I'm one of them. So after that, I went to work. I took off on Friday. I took a leave, because I just didn't want to be in that place. Like, just for one day, I just want to stay at home and think, what should I do, and how should I react to problems like that. Then it came to a point where I was kind of like giving up, and a light came into my head, like telling me like, if you give up, you're a freaking loser. I mean, it's okay to be a loser sometimes, but not all the time. And when this battle hits you, you have to fight for it. So basically, I fought for it. I apologized to my boss. I also apologized to my teacher today, Monday, 7th of October. I wouldn't say what I said to her, but I apologize to her. Whether she forgives or not, that's freaking problem. That's not my problem. But I've done my best to do so. So, when life hits you, you just gotta stay strong, because God will never give something that you can't handle. As I know, so far as I've gone through, there might be things that you'll cry about. It's good to cry, no one says it's not good to cry. I mean, it's good to cry, but cry for the right reason. I was literally broken down, but I never cried. I kept it until Saturday when my teacher, no, Friday, yeah, it was Friday evening. I didn't go to work. Yeah, that day she called me. Friday when I was talking to my boyfriend, and I was basically at my bed and stuff like that. I was actually crying, but I put the audio speaker no sound, and so he can't really hear me. But I guess if he's actually gonna watch this video, he's gonna be like, "Come on, baby, why didn't you just tell me?" And stuff like that. I know his reaction would be something like that. "Oh, don't cry, everything's gonna be fine," and stuff like that. But he knows what happened to me, and told him that maybe I'm gonna quit and maybe I'm not gonna quit. So basically, this is something really hard for me to deal with. Last week was my battle in the week. It was something that I've never been through in my entire life of being a blogger. Never had problems like that in my life for 4 years of being a blogger. So where I did kind of learn my mistake, I guess, because for me, I didn't know what went wrong at first. It kept coming to my head, like telling me what's the problem. I don't see a problem there. I just see I'm just blogging my life, and people come in to dig some shit out, and my letters or my diary was just posted, stuff like that. So if you want to write a diary, make sure it's private. If it's public, you are gonna be like that. So I will have a little bit of more motivation video, as this video itself, I didn't plan on doing it. Okay, I was just like, probably something, I was just so free, after my stuff that I do at home, and some work stuff. So I just thought of coming up with this video. And guys, I know if you guys have been really going through a really hard time, I know being the heart is really the hard, but just never give up, because whatever you work for to now is something more worthy than what's going to be happening later on, maybe, I guess. So don't be a loser by quitting, because I work really hard for this job that I am. I really wanted to prove someone who I am, but yeah, some situation came about, so I kind of need to prove back myself. So yeah, so don't give up, okay? Giving up is never one thing you can do, okay? I mean, even though you have done the best all you can, but just do the best as what you are, okay? And don't please any freaking other people, because when you please people, you start pleasing, and you please, and you please, and you please, and you please. At the end of the time, you're gonna be just pleasing people. At the end of the time, you're not concentrating and focusing on what you have to change. So don't please people. Just do what you gotta do. Just do what that makes you really happy. And if helping people makes you really happy, like what I'm doing right now, then just do it, because I don't see why people have to stop you from helping people. So that's all for today, and I'm gonna close this up. And yeah, if you like my videos, or if you want me to do something, or want me to talk about something, but please don't ask me to do some freaking scene, because I'm actually lack of people where I kind of back away from my friends, like a little bit on some of my friends, and so I basically don't hang out with them that much because of work, and I'm busy with my life trying to fix things around. So yeah, so don't ask me to do any freaking scenes. I won't have time for that because I'm like pretty busy with my work and stuff like that. But yeah, I don't mind talking about life, about something, about motivating people. I don't mind about that, but that's gonna be coming out next month itself. Maybe end of this week, or maybe end of next week. I'm not sure, but 2 weeks down, I'm gonna have my huge event coming up. So maybe after the event on 26th of October, I might post a video of the motivation that I'm gonna be talking about what is your life about, or what makes you a better person, or anything. Okay, just tell me what you want me to do, what you want me to talk about, and it's through my experiences that I will actually talk about. If it's not what I experienced, then I might consider doing something when I watch people do or something. So I hope you guys have a nice day. Peace. Keep smiling.